Hey guys, today I have a very special profile here. I'm with my friend Chris here. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
And he's gonna show a budget version of a hero deck that he made. Pure fun. There are some expensive cards, but you can handle that. So Chris, how did the deck perform for you?
The deck is performing quite well, actually. Uh, People like to, you know, underestimate the deck a lot, but it's actually pretty good when for fun. Sometimes competitive, you prefer to add the side deck, and depending on the choices of cards that you would like to change and all that stuff,
So what do you run in the deck?
right? First, let's start off with the boss monsters. First, we got Destiny Hero Plasma. This is a walking skill drain. It can literally stop every single monster. Plus, it acts like a relinquish type effect, which lets you steal a monster, a problematic monster that your opponent has. And the other boss monster, we have Destiny Hero Dogma. This guy gets negated every single time I summon him, and for good reason. Not only is he at 3400 beast stick, but he also halves your opponent's life points if he stays long enough for your opponent's standby.
And I know that a lot of people negate this effect because when he's still alive, it takes off half of the life points.
Yeah, and
like everything.
half of the life points is very drastic in a duel, and that can change the outcome. And they might be able to use their life points a little bit more careful when using cards that reduce their life points, like
Okay.
strike and all that
So that's
stuff.
pretty much it for the boss monsters.
That's it for the main deck boss monsters. Now we're going for the staple cards. 3 Destiny Hero Drill Darks. He's good for summoning any type of Destiny Hero that's in your hand. It could be any Destiny Hero. It's not limited to just any level 4s or something. And he does piercing battle damage, which is another extra. Plus, it's a target for Allure of Darkness and for Destiny Draw. Even though I don't run.
Also, it's a good thing because he's a rank level 4. You can make rank 4s easy.
Yeah, you can make rank 4s with him quite easily, actually.
Yeah.
For the other ones, we got 3 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious.
Obviously,
Don't
It's-
ask for the common one.
it's malicious. Everybody knows him. If he's in the graveyard, you banish him. You special summon a malicious from the graveyard. Pretty
Yep.
simple,
Basically, pretty straightforward.
straightforward.
I run 2 Destiny Hero Celestials.
Why two?
Alright, the reason I run 2 is because I think 2 is a pretty good number because at 3 it can clog your hand sometimes. And if it's sent to the graveyard, on the next turn, if you have no cards in your hand, you can banish him and another Destiny Hero in your graveyard to draw 2 cards. You want to have 2 of them because 3 can clog your hand sometimes, and 2 has worked wonders for me.
Well, that's nice.
As for the simple Destiny Heroes, I run 1 Diamond Dude.
Yeah, Diamond Dude. Yeah, you use this effect if you get Destiny.
You get a
Draw.
spell card. The good thing about him is that if you get Destiny Draw, you can activate it with no cost whatsoever. That's a free draw too.
Nice.
Destiny Hero Disc Commander.
Now, because this is the new errata, it has a different effect. Can you explain?
Alright, the reason I run Destiny Hero Disc Commander, despite its errata being quite drastic and a lot of people saying that it's not as good as before, is because it's still a plus two when you summon it from the graveyard. So it's still something, and since it's a Destiny Hero, well, actually a hero monster, you can use it for a link summon or for anything actually.
It's basically whatever.
Yeah. Destiny Hero Dreamer, I only run 1 because he can stop any hero from getting destroyed by battle in that battle. So, and you also take no damage when
It's
Dreamer.
basically is a battle failure. Basically, any like
I would
stoppers.
say it's more like a Necro Guard, now, similar to it.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk about these two because these two are a really deadly combination, which are Destiny Hero Decider and Destiny Hero Dynatag.
First of all, why run one of each of these two?
The reason I run 1 it's because they're quite situational sometimes, and in the case of the Decider, if you manage to get him, once you have any type of hero that you want in your graveyard, you just have to wait for the end phase, you add it to your hand, regardless if he leaves the field or not, you normal or special summon him, and you add your hero. So as for Dynatag, the reason I say he's a deadly combo with Decider is because if you take battle damage, you activate Dynatag, and Decider has an effect in the graveyard that triggers and goes back to your hand. Thus, you don't take the effect damage, but your opponent takes 1,000 damage because of Dynatag. However, you're completely safe. Also, a little bonus: he cannot be targeted by an attack by a level 6 or higher monster.
That's a pretty cool idea.
So that's why these two are a deadly combination.
That's a pretty cool idea, dude.
Now, for the elemental heroes, I run 2 Shadow Mist.
Why two?
I wanted to focus my deck more on the Destiny hero, more on the other heroes. So, Shadow Mist, in my opinion, it's a good card. I'm not denying it. It's not that.
So basically, you're using the elemental heroes as an engine.
Like, you could say that.
So 2 copies of her. It's funny, the common one.
Yeah, I have them just to, piss off a lot of people. The ones who care about rarity and stuff. 2 solid soldiers because they help a lot in the deck. If you have this, Drill Dark, and another hero, you can summon all 3 of them at once with Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier summons your Drill Dark, and since Drill Dark was also special summon, you special summon a Destiny hero from your hand.
I've seen people play this at 3, but for you, it was more consistent with 2.
Yes, 2 is more consistent in my opinion.
Okay.
Well, Stratos is on ban, so might as well just run him.
Yeah, pretty much. Stratus.
And I run 1 Vision Hero Vion.
Why 1?
The reason I run 1 is because I don't have the money to buy the other ones.
That's
and
one of the options.
and secondly, this should be a budget version, so
Yeah, right now, Vion, I think it's sitting at $8 to $6.
if you
right
can't
now.
if you can't afford a Vision Hero Vion, I suggest an Armageddon Knight, which the effect is similar except for the fact that you can't banish a hero to add a polymerization. But that's pretty much it for the
Okay, that's
monsters
great.
at least. So that's it for the monsters, and now we're going to the spell cards. 3 Destiny draws.
Nothing to explain there.
Nothing to explain here, and 1 comment to piss off a lot of players. 2 polymerizations. The reason I run 2 of them is because there are hundreds of ways to recycle this thing, whether it's with Wonder Driver or Vion or whatever. Vion allows you to banish a hero to search it from your deck to your hand. Wonder Driver literally sets it to the field when a hero is normal or special summon, and yeah, it has quite a lot of ways actually.
Alright, that's cool.
I run 2 mask changes. Only,
Why 2 mass changes? I've seen people play this at 3.
well, same thing as before. I wanted my deck to be more focused on the Destiny hero than on the mask heroes, and I only run 2 mask heroes on the extra deck, those being Darklaw and Anki.
Yeah, the most staples of all of them.
Yep, and the ones who stop the plays and all that stuff. Now, I also run super polymerization.
Yeah, we get what it does.
There
But
have been quite a lot of players who use Lair of Darkness and a lot of dark-oriented decks, and sometimes it's good to use that to your advantage. So
I know because I played Super. This is more in a situational way
yeah,
because it's at 1. You don't have access to other 2.
and not only that, it's a quick play spell, so you can catch people off
Yeah.
guard with it.
Now you can catch up, against giant monsters like Borosaur or something like that.
Staple spell cards are Reinforcement of the Army, Monster Reborn, Soul Charge, and Foolish Burial.
Nothing to say there.
Now we're going to the traps. For the traps, this is a personal tech in my opinion, Diffusion.
Why diffusion?
Diffusion is a card that catches a lot of people off guard. What Diffusion does is allows you to fusion summon with monsters on your field, and the moment that a hero emerges from Diffusion cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects that same turn that is fusion summoned. I use this to summon usually Destiny Hero Dangerous, that way I can discard and have my heroes access to the graveyard much more easier.
Okay.
And last but not least, for the trap cards, we have the Solemn Brigade. 3 strikes, 1 warning, and 1 judgment.
Basically, the thorn in everybody's butt
Yep.
package.
Don't worry about these cards. Some of them are
Yeah,
really
they got
easier to find.
reprinted. So I think Solomon Strings at like $2 or $3 right now. The
Yeah.
ultra rare.
Now we're going to the extra deck. Now the extra deck might be a little questionable to some people. So here is my extra deck. 2 Wonder Drivers.
Why you play Wonder Driver?
So the reason I play Wonder Driver is because this is a great card to recycle cards from your graveyard, like the polymerizations, or anything that includes a fusion-oriented stuff, like the changes, like the mass change. If you can't access your mass change from your deck, then you can have it directly from your graveyard, set it face down, and on the opponent's turn, they might be like, "Oh my God, you had that all the time." Yeah, I just said it with Wonder Driver. Also, Super Poly works as well because it specifically says one polymerization spell card. So you can also use Super Polymerization if you normal or special summon a monster with Wonder Driver. And it's easy because all you need to summon him are 2 heroes. And it also has an area for you to be open so that you can summon another monster from the extra monster zone.
Alright.
Everyone hates this guy for a couple of reasons, but I'm gonna run it anyway.
A lot of people are not playing this because it has a questionable effect. It should have been not 100, it should have been 1,000 if I was correct.
Yeah. There is a reason why I run extra hero Dread Decimator. The reason I run that Decimator is because of one monster that I will get to once I finish talking about Dread Decimator. In my opinion, Dread Decimator is not that good of a card. There are better
It could
options
have
out
been
there.
improvements.
But it's, again, not only is this a budget deck, but all of the arrows are pointing towards you. And not only that, but he also gains the attack buff that he will provide to his monsters.
Yeah, and he only needs 3 heroes, but basically you can use like, I don't know, like Shadow Mist.
Correction,
Vicious.
he needs plus 2 or more heroes. So if you have,
Yeah, but-
let's say you have Wonder Driver, and you have a Malicious in your graveyard, you banish
Yeah.
it, special summon it, and then you go for a Wonder Driver.
Yeah. But if you don't have Wonder Driver, in that case, you can use the monsters that, if they're sent to the graveyard, you can use their effects, so you can bring out him and then bring out the other guys, from their effects of the graveyard.
Yeah.
Correct.
Alright. That's it for the Link monsters. I do not run Nightmares, so
This is a budget.
This
No
is a budget.
nightmares. No Borosword. No Boro Dragon.
No.
No nothing like that. This is
this
just.
card is a game winner whenever you summon 5
This is a
hero
nail in the
monsters.
coffin, basically.
You manage to summon this with
You
5
nailed-
materials in it, you
you-
basically win the game.
You nailed the coffin with this card, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, basically with this card, if he has 5 materials, you can blow up your opponent's entire field with no cost whatsoever. And when he has 4 materials, your opponent cannot normal or special summon anything. Therefore, you're free to attack next turn. And he's immune to card effects with 3 materials. With 2, he gains double its attack, and with 1, he can be destroyed by battle. So he's practically immune to anything,
He's like
except for Kaijus.
He's the big bro of the XCs.
Now, another option I have is Heroic Champion Excalibur. He gets you to cross around impossible stuff or problematic monsters that have a high attack pull or something. You just detach 2 materials and boom, you attack.
Yeah, he's a beat stick to destroy big giant monsters.
And it's easy to make. That's the
Yeah,
funny
it
thing.
requires 2 level 4 warrior type monsters, and it's pretty simple.
Now, we're going for the fusions.
That's where
Get
where the good stuff comes in.
So, first we're going with the Vision Heroes. 1 Vision Hero Adoration.
Why 1 aberration? I've seen people play this at 2 to 3 sometimes.
I wanted to make space for the extra deck for more monsters, so that way we can, I can, have space for my other monsters and all that stuff, to keep balance and stuff. And his effect is pretty good, I'm not gonna deny it. But in my opinion, I think 1 is okay. And this one, Vision Hero Trinity, he will help you get over stuff really easy. Not only that, if your opponent overextends and does something nasty like almost an extra link but fails, you can literally summon this and attack up to 3 times.
People that I've seen are using Trinity at 2 because they can do basically endgame. They use a little combo with like Soul Charge, they bring out 3 more monsters, and then at the next turn, they use those 3 monsters as fusion material, they bring out Trinity, and they just finish the game.
Another trick that exists is that with Destiny Hero Decider, which is right, here it is. With Decider, you can actually recycle these monsters back into your extra deck if you manage to pull him out. But since Shadow Mist allows you to get your heroes much more easily, you can actually add any type of hero from your deck to your hand. So that's why I run one of them.
Okay.
Now, here is the reason why I run Dread Decimator, Destiny Hero Dystopia.
This was the ace monster in Arc V, if I'm correct.
Yes, this is the ace monster of Aster Phoenix. So his effect is as follows. If his attack is changed by any means, it's a quick effect. You can target a card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, his attack becomes regular again. So the point is, you wanna have Dread Decimator, and you want to have Dystopia right under Dread Decimator's arrow so that his effect can be triggered. And since Dread Decimator's effect is continuous, so yeah, that's basically what
Yeah,
happens.
I think, and he's a level 8, correct?
Yeah, he's a level 8.
So he can be a good use for Eximateer as well.
Yeah, if you're running cards like Titanic Galaxy or some sort.
For Galaxy.
Now I run this guy, one
What?
Dystopia.
Why you run Dystopia?
Dystopia, he might be not that good and difficult to summon, but he's also the reason why I run two Dystopia, because all you need for him is a Destiny Hero Fusion monster and a Dark Effect monster. That's where Super Polymerization kicks in, because if your opponent controls a Dark monster, you can use that to your advantage for the next Destiny Hero that I'm gonna talk about. But for this one specifically, if your opponent is in a mirror match against you, you can use this, and once you use your Dystopia with your Destiny Hero, you can summon this. But you can also do this with Polymerization. So, and his effect is really good. He allows you to protect a monster, and because one thing I did was I used Diffusion with Dystopia and a Destiny Hero and summoned Dystopia. He cannot be disturbed by battle or card effects, and with Dystopia's effect being a quick effect, I protected the Dread Decimator from being destroyed. So
Okay.
not only were they immune that turn, but
You
also
still had your monsters.
they had extra protection. The
Alright.
protection provided with Diffusion and the one with Dystopia. Now I only run one of these, Destiny Hero Dangerous. He's a walking foolish burial. You wanna have at least one. If you feel comfortable running two, go for it. He's an amazing card.
So yeah, he for every Destiny Hero in your graveyard, all your Destiny Hero monsters gain 200 of attack, right?
For each Destiny Hero in the graveyard, yes.
That's actually
And
helps.
so basically, you just have to discard a card, send a Destiny Hero from your deck to the graveyard, and every Destiny Hero you control gains 200 attack for every Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard.
Okay.
Until the end of the turn, of course. And it's a quick effect, so you can activate it during your opponent's turn as well.
Alright.
Now, for the only two Mask Heroes, I run Mask Hero Darklaw and Mask Hero
There's
Enki.
nothing to explain there. We know how these guys work. But yeah, they're two walking Power Rangers basically.
Yeah, this is a walking macrocosmos, and this guy just destroys stuff and attacks directly.
Yeah.
So that's it for the heroes. Now, another gimmicky thing that I wanted to try out in the deck was this.
Oh wow, Destiny Hero Dragon.
Destiny and Dragoon. If you manage to get a Destiny Hero Dogma and Plasma on the same hand, and you have that polymerization, you can go for this thing, and you can tribute a Destiny Hero to special summon him from the graveyard. So he's gonna be that annoying monster that's gonna keep popping out of the graveyard every single turn.
Pretty nifty gimmicky card.
Last but not least, to complement with Super Poly, there is
Yeah, Starving Venom.
Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's in Spanish, by the way. It's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
The card I wanted to talk about with the Super Poly was actually dangerous, because if you can notice, it says one Destiny Hero monster and one Dark Effect monster.
So basically, if your opponent uses dark monsters, you can use that as fusion material.
You can use that to your advantage. Yes.
Alright.
Same thing with Starving Venom. If you don't have your Dangerous in the extra deck, you can always go for Starving Venom and finish the game.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it for today.
Well, so guys, this was the Destiny Hero profile of my friend Chris. All of this is from what exactly did you get this? Did you get this from the Legendary Collection? Half of this is from the Legendary Collection. Basically, almost reprints.
Well, most of it was from the Legendary Hero decks, and some of the stuff that was not in the Legendary Hero decks, like the Plasma, like the Hollow Plasma and Dogma, I just got it from
No,
a couple
but basically
friends.
the only ones that aren't from the Legendary is the Super Poly and the Bion.
The Super Poly, the Bion, the Stratos.
And the Stratos. Those three cards from the main deck, they're not there. Without those cards, this is still budgetable.
It's still pretty budget. For
And also the extra deck is budgetable because all this is reprinted and brand new.
yes, that is
So
correct.
yeah, so guys, this is something that you can try to make or make it your own, right, Chris?
Yes.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for my friend Chris. Say goodbye to the people. Like always, like, subscribe, have your comments, and I'll see you guys later.